So, ladies,
Yes.
congratulations on your win this evening. Davina, what does winning a Nibbie mean to you?
Well, I mean, I know I speak for both of us when I say I think we both slightly felt like imposters because, obviously we've written a book that you know a lot about in terms of being an expert in the menopause field as a doctor, and I'm an expert in the menopause field as somebody that's gone through it. But we just wrote this book because we couldn't not write it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it needed the world. I think the world needed just kind of a blanket education in what is really happening and what menopause is all about.
And also done in a way that was easy to understand. I mean, even down to something as basic as, I was like, we have to just highlight Dr. Naomi's bits so people can, if they want to sort of just tear through the faff and think, I just need the science. Okay, here's Dr. Naomi's bits. And also down to the size of the font. You know, we're generally people who can't see very well. We're all over the place. Keep it super simple. Processing is a problem for menopausal women.
Yes.
Have lots of colours. Don't make it too wordy and serious.
And relatable, hopefully by putting the stories in, it means that anybody reading it doesn't feel like they're on their own, because I think that's a big thing about the menopause feeling.
And I mean, I've said this earlier, I didn't know that men could go through, a trans man can go through the menopause until I wrote this book. I was learning the whole time and loads of things about different conditions that women can have and how the menopause affects that. It was such a learning curve for me.
And for me, so really, I only hear the stories that I'm told. I don't, and it was just to be exposed to all of those other stories as well. Like, everybody has a unique experience of it, and so it was,
Yeah, so I was going to ask, if you could narrow it down to just one thing, what would you hope that readers of Menopausing would take away from having read your book?
Oh, I know, and I think you're going to say the same thing.
You say it.
That they're not alone. that I know that one of the worst things that I felt was so alone that nobody knows what I'm going through. I also felt incredibly invisible. I felt irrelevant. I felt washed up. I felt insignificant. And actually, at the end of this book, I wrote a page just saying, you're all badass bitches. And just remember that.
Yes.
And fuck you, menopause. And go and live your second spring. And you can do it. But that it's dark when it hits, right? But you're not alone. And that's so important.
Yeah, hopefully the other thing is that so women kind of often experience this thing that happens in their 40s and 50s, but they can't identify what it is. And so it's just in order to kind of empower them to know what it is, and so then they can just do something about it, whatever they want to do about it. They can choose to take a path rather than just being completely naive to that's the wrong word, but and
also in that, I think sometimes women kind of have got a hunch what it is, but they'd rather put their head in the sand and suffer. And we don't want anybody to suffer, because there's lots of things that are non-medicinal that you can do to make your life better when it hits.
Absolutely. And it's had a huge impact on readers. I mean, they've really kind of, it's genuinely been life-changing, I think, for them. And I just wondered if there was a particular response that just stands out for you, maybe somebody you met when you were on tour.
There was for me. So just a friend of mine who's a stand-up comedian said that he'd seen it with his wife, and his wife had been on the edge of suicide, his partner, and that actually she was going through going to be an inpatient in a psychiatric unit. Gosh. And they'd put her on antidepressants, and then they'd put her on stronger antidepressants, and nothing was working because only hormones work on hormonal related depression. And then they saw, and then they went together to the doctors, and he was her voice when she couldn't have a voice. We wrote all about that in the book, and then she went on HRT and is better,
Wonderful.
So that was kind of amazing.
I think
amazing.
it's the women who are affected by the mental health issues that are associated that you can make the biggest difference, because if you're somebody that's got hot flushes, then you kind of know what's going on, and yes, it might be really debilitating, but it's probably not going to cause you to jump off a bridge. Whereas the mental health aspects of the perimenopause literally can, and making a change in those scenarios is, it's amazing.
Can I just say one more
Yes,
thing?
of
I did get a tweet from somebody, and it was from a man, and he said, "I've got your book. I'm going up to my living room door. I'm going to throw it in and run away." And I sent him a private message because I thought I don't want people to pile on him on social media, and I could see his heart was in the right place.
Yes.
And I said, "Are you all right, mate?" And he was
Yeah.
like, "Actually, I'm really... Oh, God, I'm so emotional. Sorry, this whole thing's made me really..."
Yeah.
Anyway, he said, "I'm not really okay. I'm really struggling because my girlfriend, I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to talk to her about it." I said, "Actually, can I help you? Why don't you go in, pick up the book, open it with her, read it together, and say that you want to learn more about it to support her, and I think it'll go a long way." He messaged me the next day, and he was like, "Oh, my God, it's made such a difference."
Oh, that's amazing.
So that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Helping men help women is really nice too.
And you can't ask for more, really, for a book that you've written to really, on that level, be changing people's lives and making them better. So it's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Last question. You worked with your pretty fabulous team, HQ, to get the book to readers. How was that experience?
It was unbelievable. I mean, it's just on a plate. I literally had to just turn up, do my very kind of specific doctory bit, and that was it. I didn't have to do anything else. It was just all laid out in the most professional way, and unbelievable.
And for me, it was an absolute belief in this book. Like, from the get-go, I said, "Look, I want to do this book. I know it's not a very sexy topic, but I think it really needs to be done. This is public service." And, Lisa was like, "Absolutely, I totally 100% get it. We are going to tour this book." And I was like, "Oh, are you? Oh, like, okay, my God, that sounds amazing." They got so behind it. And there were certain things, I was kind of really stuck on this idea for a cover. And they so gently steered me towards the absolute perfect cover I've ever seen. And it is funny when somebody gets stuck in their ways about something, or, "No, I definitely want to do this." And they're like, "No, actually, we think it would be a great idea if you tried it like this." I mean, that cover of the book,
it's just behind you.
I love, where is it?
Yeah,
Here.
yeah.
The hands down here literally warm my heart.
Yeah.
I love those hands. It's like saying, "Don't worry,
Yeah.
I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
You're not going to fall. It's going to be okay." I couldn't love it more. But I wanted a plain blue cover and Anyway, what do I know? Anyway, HQ are brilliant because they helped hold my hand. And Louise, special mention for Louise, because I'm not an author and I really don't know what I'm doing. She had to edit me a lot. There's so much waffle. And I write like I think, "Oh, yeah," and like, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, "Okay, let's sub that down a
she's
bit."
so diplomatic.
She's so nice. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. So my last question for you, and it's a tricky one. How do you plan to celebrate this evening?
I don't even know which way's up, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna. I think I just want to just hold your hand a lot tonight, because we've done a good thing, and I am really proud. And thank you for doing it with me.
Thank you for
I really
inviting me to
appreciate
do it
it.
with you.
And I'm gonna kiss my boyfriend a lot, because I can't believe he's here. He's hurt his ankle. I said, "Stay home." He said, "I'm so pleased I didn't stay home."
Yes.
I was like, "So we're not gonna win. It'll be fine."
Oh no, I'm.
But I was saying to
joking.
Davina earlier, like she's literally held my hand like that the whole way through the process, because I'm new to this whole thing. I don't know how you navigate your way around, interviews and press and TV and everything, and stage and thousands of people. And literally, she's been like that the whole time. It's been amazing.
Oh,
Thank you.
That's wonderful. Well, congratulations, ladies. I'm so happy.
Oh, thanks. Thanks
It's
so
a
much for
wonderful
having
job.
us as well. Like, what an amazing event, and so brilliantly put together and everything.